Gals, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. And is Videl actually the best unit in the game? Maybe. I don't know. Could she be? Regardless, we're going to go ahead and give our girl the Rainbow Star here. Now, right now I have a level 5 attack equip on her. I gave her a level 5 additional silver equip as well. I do have... See, I've been holding on to them. I've got a level 4, like, gold additional and a level 4 gold crit, but I'm just so... Gold equips, I'm so hesitant to use, man. Especially when I've only got, like, one of those. Like, maybe... I got a couple of 3s. I guess I could give her, like, that level 3 additional right there, but I actually wish I had... If I had, like, a 5 gold crit or a 5 gold additional, I might seriously consider giving it to Videl. I might just leave her like this, though, because she is, I mean, balanced at 14 additional, 14 crit. I do kind of like that. I might just leave her like this for now. She has such a low attack stat, I felt like I had to give her the plus 500 attack orb, right? Because, again, her attack is so low. So, all right, I'll just level her links up a little bit, and we'll see how good Videl is Rainbow this time. All right, so we're here in an event. We are starting out, of course, on Videl's team. We have the Defender of Justice / Peppy Gals team. Not too many Videl friends on the friend list yet, unfortunately. Hopefully people actually run her, because, again, she is very good. And it's like, if you're running her team, she's definitely worth it. Again, I got her links to around the 5 or so range, which I typically do for these Rainbow Showcases for new units like this. Now, unfortunately, she's only got Infighter with Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. I am still rather disappointed at how they chose to do Videl's link set. I think if they had given her stuff like Hero of Justice, you know, sort of worked her more towards working well with Great Saiyaman, I think that would have made her probably a little bit better than just going like sort of the wonky link set she did. Regardless, she should perform pretty well here. She's already at 172k defense. I mean, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 will give a big buff defensively, as well as Ki, which is going to allow her to work well. So let's see. Okay, so we do dodge, which means she's now super effective against all types. 2.5 million attack stat. Of course, she gets her, you know, additional guaranteed super attack in slot 1 or 2. So we're going to go ahead and pop one more. Remember, she is stacking attack on both her normal super attack and her unit super attack. She gets 30% defense per super. So, I mean, her defense was like 250k plus after she double supered like that. And then before she supers, she was at 170k defense. But she has a 50% chance to dodge before she attacks. So it's really good design like that. She is a slot 1 unit that dodges before she attacks. And then after she starts attacking, it raises her defense up dramatically. So I do kind of like the way they built her in that fashion. And then she is able and capable of defending quite well in the 3rd slot of the rotation as well. Because in slot 3, she is actually able to get a 50% dodge chance as a floating unit as well. So by adding that into Videl's kit, they made it to where it's very reasonable that Videl, you know, like in the future, you would float her off when, you know, there's 60 future Dokkan Fests in the future, right, where you want to start floating Videl off. At that point, she's going to still get extra attack as a floater. She's still going to have dodge chance as a floater. So the design in a lot of aspects is very good, right? They definitely, I think, appropriately made her very strong, very OP in terms of, like, how, you know, good she can be, like, related to a lot of other units. All right, so this is a really good rotation right here. So we would have 3 links active. This would be Money, Infighter, and Fierce Battle. But, of course, we want to put her in slot 1 to maximize her potential, right? She does also have the active skill. We will use it at some point. I've talked about this a lot, but I do really think you're better off not utilizing her active skill, because she gets a permanent 20% active skill attack buff, which is a lot of extra damage. But she then, as like kind of an offset there, gets a permanent minus 20% defensive buff. So that minus 20% defensive active skill would be, it would be like minus 40k defense or something like that. Like, Videl already hits so hard, like literally the hardest hitting TUR, that you don't need to use the active skill. It's kind of like you could choose to if you want to, That's why it's an active skill, right? And it does also give her a costume change also. Alright, so this turn, we're probably going to see a much higher attack stat because Videl is super effective against all types if she dodges before she's hit, but then she gets another 58% attack if she's hit before she hits. So chances are good we're going to get both of these right here. So they're now super effective against all types. There's the extra 58% attack. So now we're going to see her get a much higher attack stat right here. And she jumps up to 3.91 while being super effective against all types. And she's going to do a guaranteed additional super attack right there, putting her at 4.21. See, you can just see the way she is relentless and overwhelming in terms of the amount of damage she is going to put out. Again, overwhelming, I think, is a very good way to put it. So this right here, this is a 55% Videl. I've already done the 55% Videl showcase, but I figure why don't we just go ahead, let's just see this 55% Videl in action also at the same time. I think Goku and Vegeta are very likely to get taken out right here, but you know, again, we could sort of see what a 55% Videl can sort of put up. And again, that dodge chance, like, that's why she's so good, right? Like, it's like everyone just tunnel visions on her damage, but she's really strong defensively as well. She is very balanced in terms of offense and defense. She's not really a high utility unit. I mean, I guess, because it's just everything she does is just offense and defense, like dodge for herself, right? She really brings down the rest of the rotation with her quirky link set. I think one very easy thing they could have done would be giving her 1 or 2 key to all allies from her passive. I think would have been very fair. Even as OP as she is, I think it would have been very good to do that. Just give her a tiny, eensy, weensy, teensy little bit of key to all allies right there, and that would have been nice. Alright, so this is going to be a big boy turn by Videl. Keep in mind, if we could put her in the middle, we'd also get Courage. Now, also, Videl has a lot of links like Courage, Money, 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 Champion Strength, that really get stronger the more they're link leveled. Videl, because the way they did the link level system, where, like, these shitty links have massive, are ridiculously good. Something like Bojack's Galactic Warriors, or, again, like Courage is super good because they're so uncommon. Because Videl has a bunch of uncommon links, she is a character that is massively affected by being link level 10 across the board. All these like quirky links of hers are going to get really big damage, right? I think we will go ahead and pop Videl's active skill right here. This is a perfect time for it because, again, we're going to see like ridiculous damage dealt right here.
ショートヘアの方がごはんくんの好み？いや、好みとかじゃなくて、試合するんだったら短い方が有利だと思ってさ。うるさいわね、ほっといてよ。そんなこと私の勝手でしょ。
Alright, so Videl gets the active skill exchange. What's funny is, while I don't think it's the great... Yeah, she lost almost 40k defense there. But also, can we just say that the superior version of Videl is Pigtails right there? This is superior Videl. This is inferior Videl right here. So, not a shock. Maybe Dokkan knew what they were doing, right? They're like, yeah, we're going to make sure that you don't want to use the active skill, so you keep her long-hair version anyway. I don't know. Alright, so let's see how much damage. Now, again, she loses so much defense, but her damage is going to shoot up very high because, again, it's an active skill attack buff and an active skill defensive debuff. So again, it gives us a lot here. Keep in mind, yeah, 4.52 super effective against all types. If she had gotten hit, her attack set would have been over 5 million right there. And again, it's guaranteed double super attack. And this was not, you know, Infinite Dragon Ball history where we're 15 turns deep into the event. This is just a Dokkan Fest. Like, it's crazy. Alright guys, so now we're on the Peppy Gals team, and this is not something I realized, that this the exchange unit activates Videl's unit super attack. That's interesting for how unit super attacks will work in the future, right? So, again, Videl, her active skill and unit super attack can be used if there's an ally whose name includes Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, or Great Saiyan Man. Now, obviously, if you exchange, this is an exchange unit, right? And you can exchange into Great Saiyan Man, right? Of course. but I didn't realize that, like, even though it's an exchange unit like that, that would still activate her unit super attack. That's very positive for the future, right? Now, in terms of links, yeah, Videl does work rather good with this STR Chi-Chi. Okay, so with STR Chi-Chi, we have Courage, I believe, Infighter, and Battlefield Diva. STR Chi-Chi will be very powerful with this STR Videl. The only thing is, STR Chi-Chi, while she is good with other Peppy Gals, she has definitely aged a bit, right? Like, if she got an Easy 8, I was really hoping for an Easy 8. I know it would make this STR Chi-Chi busted, but, like, that's what you have to make the Peppy Gals team, like, utterly busted. So I'm curious, right? So here's Videl with the highest defense we've seen. She's at 230k. Remember, she's getting 30% defense on super attack, by the way. One reason is, again, Chi-Chi has all these links with Videl, and then she's giving Peppy Gal category allies 3 key and 120% defense, which is very strong. We also have Demon Goddess Toa on here, so we have got a very powerful turn run rotation for Videl, and if we eat this, which we did, that's the extra attack. That's fine. Okay, double digits. I love that. Okay, so 4 million turn 1, and she guaranteed double supers. Okay, with that level of defense. Is that good? What do you think? She's not Link level 10 either. Like, do you think that's strong? Oh, okay. So the fact that you can use that Great Saiyan Man 1 and 2 to activate her abilities is pretty good. The only thing is that I don't think that unit is really that great, right? Like, they're a special pose category support type unit too. And unfortunately, Videl did not get special pose. I hate that she didn't. I mean, yeah, does she do anything to deserve special pose? Probably not, but like that, like there's just a couple of things. It's just weird choices, right? They made her so ridiculously overpowered, but they chose not to put her on World Tournament, despite the fact that short-haired Videl, basically her only fight is in World Tournament, right? Like, people are like, oh, what's the Videl from before the World Tournament? Okay, name all the fights that short-haired Videl participates in before the tournament. Go ahead, right? Have you guys watched Dragon Ball Z before? Like, it's just ridiculous, right? Like, that would have been great if Videl was on World Tournament. World Tournament needs it, right? So she could have been on that. She could have been on Special Pose, right? There's a bunch of category teams. They could have been a little bit more generous with us to put her on. All right, so let's just attack this Gohan. We potentially could get the really crazy turn right here, where Videl would have her, super effective against all types, and also get the attack buff. She didn't. She is super effective against all types, but yeah, her attack stat is much lower without that extra attack right there. But she still just continues to stack and stack and stack and stack. There we go, triple super attack, baby. That's good. Like, the amount of damage she can output. Remember that all 3 of those supers right there were super effective against all types. Like, Videl is dirty, man. She's dirty. She's strong. She's really good. Like, if they gave us like one more like mega top tier Peppy Gal character, like, again, if that STR Chi-Chi had an Easy A, if like, some other like strong Peppy Gal character was added here, we would really be in business. I could have brought Int Ribrienne too. Like, there is a lot of good options, for sure, but just a little bit more would have been good as well. All right, so let's just go ahead and sit this Videl down. I believe this friend Videl right here is 55%, and we'll go ahead and get this next rotation. Now, again, Videl does have a dearth of categories. She's only on 4 category teams: Peppy Gal, Buu Saga, Earthling, and Defenders of Justice. No one runs LR Krillin. It's been a long time since I've seen LR Krillin on the friends list, so we won't be looking at Videl on Earthlings. But, we've got our Defender of Justice / Peppy Gal run. We have the, straight up Peppy Gal run right here. And then we'll do a couple of, like, Buu Saga / Battle Wits builds as well. All right, so how does Videl link with the Great Saiyan Man 1 and 2 specifically? So she has Courage, Infighter, and Battlefield Diva. So it's exactly the same as STR Chi-Chi, right? She's getting the same exact sort of links right there. Again, it's very stupid that Videl's not in Special Pose, so she doesn't get the support type buff that the Videl and, or the Great Saiyan Man 2 and 1 have. And if we would exchange into Gohan, we don't particularly get anything crazy. Why don't I just do the exchange into Gohan? Because that's not something I've commonly done. Let's do that. And I guess we'll do the Videl exchange as well. Again, she's at such great defense, but we will lose it, but, you know, it'll be worth it to get this.
ショートヘアの方がごはんくんの好み？いや好みとかじゃなくて、試合するんだったら短い方が有利だと思ってさ。うるさいわね、ほっといてよ。そんなこと私の勝手でしょ。
Alright, so let's see what our defense dropped down to, 170. I mean, that's still good. That's what's crazy. That's still good. But it's like she's so obscenely OP, I think, in her pigtail version, because she's so balanced. She has such overwhelming attack, but her defenses are really good too. Now, if you do exchange with the Videl and Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, like, this is what happens, and Gohan does not link at all with that. Like all the Videl's, like, era links, basically, are swapped out for Gohan stuff. So, all right, let's see what Videl does right here. Again, this is going to be very big girl damage right here. All right, go ahead, Videl. Show us what you got, girl. And we get the dodge, so super effective against all types. It's just... I'm telling y'all, the number one thing that makes her so crazy, it's the guaranteed double supers, is truly what is just so, like, redonkulous from her. She really does output summonable LR level damage, dude. Like, for real. Alright, so now we're on the Buu Saga team slash Battle of Wits. And we have a couple of units here that would be very good with Videl, right? So we have this Trunks and Mai now. It's like you can do this, right, to get some, you know, sort of like quirky links active right here. But remember that Trunks and Mai want another Trunks and Mai with them, not a Videl. So it's not an ideal combo, but it is something you can do. Now they share Courage, Cold Judgment, and Fierce Battle. Remember, I am always sucking off Cold Judgment. It is a ridiculously powerful link. 25% defense at link level 10 is just so strong with some of these characters. So, you know, being able to activate that is good, but, I mean, here's the other thing, too, about rocking them together is that look at the Trunks and Mai themselves, right? Like, they're definitely struggling in terms of key right there. And then we have Hercule and Buu as well. Hercule and Buu are giving them Courage, Money, 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 as well as Champion Strength. So if I do this, look at what we got right here. We have almost everything. Everything except for Infighter and Battlefield Diva activated. Now I'm going to put Videl in the middle slot just because I would like to see this right here. Keep in mind that Hercule and Buu are a support type unit as well. So they are giving a support type buff. And remember that the thing about running, like, you can run Videl in slot 2. We're just losing out on some attack before, you know, her getting hit before she attacks. But she's also not going to be super effective against all types. But she does still get double supers even in the middle slot. And, like, you know, if you're running her in the middle slot, again, she's doing all the super attacks and building up all of her defense. She's still at 3 mil right there. So, like, it's not like, I don't know, like Videl is good. Like, there's no doubt about that. And, like, the Hercule and Buu is actually, like, you can run that unit, right? Like, they got damage reduction, they're support, you know, they greatly stack defense. When the Buu exchanges into Fat Buu is not exactly bad himself, right? Like, so you do have options. And then the thing, too, that Champion Strength is good. That link they have, it's 2 key and 5% damage reduction. You give Videl, so Videl would have dodge, damage reduction, and 200k plus defense. That's a lot, dude. Like, there's definitely some setups you can do to make this Videl be very strong. The only thing I'm hoping, I do hope they continue to specifically support her and her team. They can't just drop Videl out of nowhere like this, you know, and then, like, the summonable unit main EZA in her celebration has nothing to do with her. The Tapion unit is good for movie heroes and movie bosses, right? He actually is on none of her teams, Tapion. So, like, I would have much rather they done an EZA that helps Videl and helps Videl's teams, like a Peppy Gals EZA, or like, you know, a Buu Saga or Defender of Justice or something, but they didn't choose to do that. So they do need to give us more support. I guess, honestly, like, Well, is Tapion on Battle of Wits? Tapion might, that I don't know. I actually don't, like, Tapion is not a unit I've used too much recently, so I don't really have him memorized. No, Tapion is not on Battle of Wits. Okay. Tapion is, like, sort of like one of those characters I could see on there, but he's not. All right. All right, so we have another good rotation right here. A lot of support right here, you know, from the Great Saiyaman, giving that Buu Saga support. Only Fierce Battle is all we would get from him, so we could put her in the middle to gain Fierce Battle, but we'll just put her in slot 1 right there. 190k defense. She'll have the 50% chance to dodge before she attacks, building up defense after she attacks, and then again, she has damage reduction from Champion Strength as well. This link right here. The only issue is that, remember that once Hercule and Buu exchange, the link sets completely change, right? So once the link set is like completely changed like that, you lose out on the damage reduction. But again, Fat Buu is pretty strong. He wouldn't work the best with Videl, but he is at least still a Buu Saga category support type unit, right? Sorry, so let's go ahead and see what we do right here. Videl dodges, so she's now super effective against all types. And then just let the damage commence, right? So let me know what you guys think of Videl. I do think she is crazy. I do think you could easily say she's better than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But she is highly, like, look at that. Like, she just, she just tosses him out, tosses the garbage out right there. Like, Videl obliterates Gogeta, obliterates Broly, just complete domination. Let me do one more run. Maybe we'll just do pure Buu Saga, and then we'll finish up the video. Alright, so now we are over here just on the Buu Saga team completely, right? Alright, so with Tech Ultimate Gohan, they have Cold Judgment as well as Fierce Battle, but again, that's not really a combo that's going to work so well without some sort of support, right? Neither of them sharing a key link is kind of not great right there. That's why, again, I think Videl giving 1 or 2 key to the entire rotation along with everything else she does would have been very, like, man, if she, like, let's just say she also gave all allies 2 key. Oh my god, that really would help her out a lot. But like this is not a horrible setup, because here's the thing about running Hercule and Buu on rotation with Videl, right? They're doing no damage, but they are very good defensively. And Videl does so much damage herself, right? That, like, okay, because like if we compare, you don't compare Videl to, like, AGL UI Goku. I don't like to compare Videl to, like, even, like, physical Vegito Blue. Even though they're both TURs, like, he's an easy... It's, like, it's a different thing. I want to compare Videl to DOKKANFEST Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Tech Ultimate Gohan, Angel Golden Frieza. That's who I'm comparing Videl to. When you compare those, like, those units, it's like you can run, like, Broly with, like, any other, like, prepared for battle sort of Saiyan, right? Like that's a strength, is that, like, you don't have to run a partner with him that really drags the whole team down. That is a strength. Now, for Videl, you sort of do, but again, she's doing so much damage that she does, like, sort of, like, match the output. Like, so, like, DOKKANFEST Broly, unless he gets, like, triple supers or something like that, she's matching the damage he would do along with, like, another Saiyan unit on rotation, probably. Unless it's, like, you're running Broly with, like, AGL UI Goku or something like that, which you can do. Because, again, they're both prepared for battle, like, sort of like Fierce Battle Saiyans. That does work. But, like, outside of something like that, like, Videl by herself matches the output. So you could do Hercule and Buu on rotation. Keep in mind, though, again, Hercule and Buu and Videl are both characters you do at the link level. So my Hercule and Buu is not done. I'm actually going to, work and finish on them. Because, like, this as a rotation... Like, when I take Videl on her world tour into the Super Battle Road stages, like, I might do this. I'm undecided what I'm going to do with Videl, by the way, for her world tour, because she has all these links that, like, just get so strong the further she is. I almost would like to do her at link level 10 before I do, like, the God event and stuff like that, but I don't know, because, like, let me take a look at, like, Courage, Champion, Strength. So at Courage, she gets key at link level 10. Yep, she gets an extra key. Champion Strength gets an extra key at link level 10. Money, Money, Money is, like, just balanced defense the whole way through. So Courage and Champion Strength. What about Battlefield Diva? She gains an extra key at link level 10. See, she just has so many links that you... Like, she has 3 links. Battlefield Diva, Champion Strength, and Courage you want at 10, because she gets an extra key at link level 10. And it's like all 3 of those links we have activated repeatedly throughout this video. Courage, you know, like Krillin's and Kabe have got that, and like the Trunks and Mai had that. Champion Strength we have with Hercule and Buu, and then Battlefield Divas obviously with other female fighter characters. So like you do want to link level Videl for sure. All right, very good rotation right here. We have a lot of support. We have what, 70% support in total. Kid Buu is obviously giving 50%, and then Hercule and Buu are giving 2Key and 20%. They're super effective against all types, so Goten, it's just GG for our boy Goten. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Videl, right? There's a lot of good. There's definitely some bad with the links and the categories. And, like, you could say, I don't care. It's like, okay, you can not care, but there's still going to be, you know, 30 category Super Battle Road stages. And Videl is on 4 of those categories, so she'll help you out in 4 of those stages, right? Like, it does matter across the entire game. Like, you know, Infinite Dragon Ball History missions, you know, Legendary Goku event missions, right? Only being on 4 categories as a Dokkan Fest exclusive is not good enough. I really want categories for Videl, Hit, Super 17, Omega Shenron. Like, Dokkan Fest exclusives need to be having this full first page on, like filled up, right? It's very bad that she's not on World Tournament, by the way. That one is actually, like, disgraceful. She probably should be on, like, Special Pose. Like, there's categories. You could probably say she could be on Rapid Growth, right? That would be good. She'd work well with Kefla on Rapid Growth. So, I don't know. Link Set, again, could be better as well. But despite her negatives, she's still, like, better than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So she's a bad bitch. No doubt about that. So let me know what you guys think of our girl STR Videl Rainbowed. Thanks, guys, for watching. And I'll catch you all next time.